2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters, on this episode number 356. And we're doing it live on the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we talk about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I am one of your hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, back from the dead, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me to my left, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novacell. Let's go. Next to him, the father of the best recorder player on the planet, the North Kakalakian and our handyman, Hank McCoy, Ryan Isley. What's up?
Good evening.
Congrats on the Baines to your son.
That
was beautiful.
Yep. That's yep.
Mm-hmm. And who are visually with us, spectating visually, we are doing it live, just as you see on the screen. Pure
fire and chaos.
Yep, that's how we do it. This is how we do it. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm alive.
There you are.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to be here with you guys. It's a little chilly. The readjustment back to I went from winter to summer and then back to winter again here in Brazil. So I got a little beanie on my head, keep myself warm. And yeah, I spent a whole week in a place that was anywhere from 81 to 85 degrees the entire time.
That's
it did
crazy.
Not go above, it did not go to below. Even when it rained, even when the sun was blazing, it stayed the 5-degree temperature, 4 or 5-degree temperature spread the whole time.
Then you knew how to dress the entire week. Then you're like, all right, well,
you didn't have to guess. You were like, shorts.
There was no guessing. It was crazy.
Nice,
yeah. So, sorry, what were you gonna say?
I just said nice.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm afraid I was not a good podcasting friend, and I did not listen to what you guys talked about last week. So can you give me a quick update so I
Nipples.
can?
No. You need to listen to it. Absolutely not.
Those were two diametrically opposed answers. I'm glad
I'll put it into AI and I'll let it do like a 20-minute review for you. All right.
Oh my gosh, that is way too long. No, I will totally listen to that again. We haven't done that in a while. I'll listen to it this week and then I'll give my thoughts next week. Okay. So let's just pretend. Let's pretend like this is episode 355B. Okay. Since you guys don't have much of an update to give because it's only been 3 days since you guys updated.
Yeah, I was about to say, Pat, do you got anything that happened?
I mean, no. Like I looked at my pictures. I didn't take a single picture the last 3 days, so I did nothing. Absolutely nothing. I did watch a lot of movies over the weekend. With Naked Gun coming out, I watched all 3 Naked Gun movies.
Oh,
they hold up, man. They're so hilarious. They're so funny. And then I watched the Spy Hard with Leslie Nielsen, like the James Bond.
Man, I love Spy Hard.
Not as funny as the Naked Gun movies.
No,
like it was not.
Spy Hard.
It started off great. Weird Al Yankovic does the Spy Hard music theme at the beginning of the movie as like a comparison to like the Bond beginnings, and it's so funny. If you have a chance, go at least watch the intro for Weird Al's song. He's just yelling, "This is Spy Hard. You're watching Spy Hard. The movie's called Spy Hard." It's so good. It's so good.
And that was one of the ones that no one ever talked about that I loved. Spy Hard. Like,
yeah, those
I
spoof
like
movies. They don't do spoof movies like that anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
no, they really don't.
They don't. They should bring this back. They should bring this back.
They should.
They are with Naked Gun here. I'm hoping
true.
Naked Gun is as stupid as the originals were. I really do. Hopefully, it's not like
it really looks like it is
action with a little bit of comedy. Hopefully, it's a lot of comedy, a lot of stupidness.
Yeah. His name is in the movie. I'm not even gonna say it, but he's Agent WD-40.
Right? Yes, I love it.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, not 007, WD-40.
WD-40.
Yeah.
All right. So your update
was in this.
Your 3 days was the movie. How about you, Ryan? What's your 3-day update?
My brother moved in to his house, his free house.
Oh, like into your house?
No, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
I was like,
brother
whoa.
moved into his free house. My brother and his wife, they're in their house now. It got hot again, and
hot again, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it kind of cooled off over the weekend. Just slightly.
We did get a little bit of rain that came in.
Yeah, the rain
80
cooled it down that one day. Yeah, to like 80 something. Yeah.
It was enough for me to take a 4-mile walk today, so it was not bad.
Yeah, no, it's back to like 95 today. It's gross. It's supposed to rain tonight.
So it's hot for both of you guys across Ohio and North Kakalaki.
Today's good, but I think today's like the low end. The next 5 days, it's incrementally getting like a degree or two hotter.
Is. Yeah, currently 5-day forecast. I don't think is looking. No. If it rains tonight, the high tomorrow will be 80, which would be a welcome change because I feel like for the past month it's been 90s.
Woo, that is toasty.
And our humidity is currently our humidity is 64%.
Is a balmy butt cheek?
Yeah,
armpit.
Yeah, like a wet fart
walking into a mouth.
Walking into a mouth or a bowl of soup.
We're at 85% humidity right now. Yeah.
Is it raining?
It rained. It did rain today. Yeah.
It did rain today. How'd the roof
swimming?
How'd the roof hold up?
Roof is holding up fine. We're not getting any drippage, if that's a word.
Was it a good rain to really test it out, or was it just kind of
it stormed? It stormed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Zero drippage. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zero drippage.
You know what's funny is Patrick, it's possible your house is still in better shape than our resort hotel room was, because it definitely rained and water poured in through the window and the sliding glass door with it all closed. I got out of bed and I walked through water. I was like,
what's this drippage?
What is this drippage on the floor? So I wrote my buddy Carlos and was like, hey, bud, we got water on our floor. We're going to need that to get cleaned up. Thank you.
And
so
Carlos
that's going to be our transition to my week-long stay in Cancun.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gave you a little touch of what went down temperature-wise. But weather-wise, it was a tale of 2 weeks. Like the first part of the week, it was sunny. I got to enjoy a sunrise. My first morning there, I woke up at, I think 3:00, then 5:00. And I was like, what is happening right now? But it was because I was 2 hours ahead in my head. And I mean, here, if I make it to 7 or 8 o'clock, I'm sleeping in. So there it was 2 hours earlier. So my body was like, time to get up, buddy. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I woke up and the sunrise was at 6:06, I think. And I walked outside. Yeah, it was early. But it got super bright. Like I thought the sun had already risen. I was like, what time does the sun rise here? And that was like
3.
at 5, I think. Yeah, 3:00. Oh gosh, I've actually traveled to a place where the sun rose at 3:00. It is not fun.
So,
tell you.
question for you,
Antarctica?
Lucas. When
It
you're
was
on
Poland,
vacation,
actually. Close.
do you usually
really.
get up at 6 a.m.? Is that a normal thing? Like for me on vacation, I'm like I sleep as long as my body allows me to sleep.
I really don't enjoy forcing myself to stay in bed and sleep. I'll do it sometimes. But I pretty much for the most part just wake up when I get up. I will say that for the most part, it's actually only been the past few months that I actually have. It's actually been the past few months. I said actually a lot there. Can you just edit those actuallys out? Well, actually.
Edit. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's been a while since you edited out my words, or I told you to edit out my words, and you didn't do it. I've just felt
It's been a while since I've cared about editing.
It's been a while.
That's why we go live now, so I don't have to do anything.
Exactly. So, to answer your question, I usually go through various stages. My beginning stage is whatever I've been doing, I continue to do. So, like I woke up early the first morning. That was Sunday morning. We had because all of our flight and travel was during the day, I didn't lose any sleep. Usually when I travel hemispheres, we do like an overnight flight and I get like 2-3 hours of sleeps max. And so the next day I'm like all just jacked up and I sleep. Who knows how I sleep, but this time I was pretty fresh. And that's I woke up at 3:00, 5:00. And then I think I woke up at like 5:55. I was like, the sun already rose. And then I looked at my little weather sunrise app and it said it was going to rise in 10 minutes. So I was like, well, I'm going to go outside and see if I get a good sunrise view. And it was beautiful. It's the only time I saw the sunrise the whole week. The rest of the week, as I said, I progressed eventually to where getting up at 9:00 was where it was at. That was really sleeping in, waking up at 9:00.
Yeah,
or
9:00.
I don't know if I ever woke up at 10, but yeah. So it was good. I full on. It's the laziest maybe I've been my whole life. Like for 1 week, I did nothing of any productive value. The most productive thing I did was gain weight. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I gained 14 glorious pounds. I had unlimited
14.
food.
Wait, what? You gained 14 pounds?
I gained 14 pounds. Now, to zoom forward,
would you eat
over
like
the past 2
17
days,
donuts each meal? Like that is.
Did you just find the Krispy Kreme and just go there?
Holy moly,
guys! This was an all-inclusive
14 pounds is wild
deal.
Well, I don't know.
It's
like 11 steps a day. That's what room service.
Yeah, I get up to go to lunch, and then I get up to go to the beach, and then I get up to go back to eat the next meal, then go back and
sounds like vacation, man. That sounds
it was awesome.
Like vacation.
We were in 3 places. We were in our hotel bed. We were in the cafeteria / restaurants, and then we were on the beach. That's it. Trace places.
That sounds
it was
great.
Glorious. It was.
Did you ever go off of your resort?
We did one day. We did. We stayed at the resort the whole time. I mean, it was just like once we paid the all-inclusive.
Yeah.
Why leave? We played the all-inclusive package. We got unlimited food, unlimited drinks, and like the whole resort was our oyster. We had.
Did you have any swim up bars or swim up like eateries or anything?
Yes. Actually, I had a bad first encounter with the swim up bar because it was made of black marble and the sun had been beating down on it. And I put my arms on the bar
immediately. Yeah, it's like you're frying your arms. Yeah, I've done that before.
I was like, "Ow! Oh, I need a drink to take care of this. To take the edge off."
As you put your arm, hey barkeep,
hey,
you hear your
it burnt my arm. I moved around to the side where it was in the shade, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna sit here in the bar. So, yeah. I swam up, got some drinks, and then swam back to my wife, and we
Now,
we
did you
sipped some
actually
cocktails
swim, or
next to
did
the
you just
pool.
kind of like wade walk toward it?
Yeah. Get down on your like
I wade
knees and
walked.
just like
I wade walked. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I held the drinks real high, and then I was just kind of wade walking. Yep. It was fun. It was
man.
yeah, guys. This is the laziest and the most just relaxed I've been ever. Like, it was like, what are we gonna do? Whatever you want to do. Okay,
Mhm.
let's just lay here. Okay, let's watch TV. Okay, let's go to the beach. Okay, let's walk out in the water. Let's eat second breakfast. Let's eat
All right.
second lunch. Let's have a snack between. Let's have dinner.
Cool. Yeah,
Let's and then in all
that's when
that.
it adds up. Yeah.
I mean, I did like food wise, like it was pretty much the same stuff in the cafeteria every day, but there were so many varieties of things. I'm like, today I'm gonna have a garbage omelet. And they make the omelet for you, and they have all the items. And I remember the first day I looked at all the items, and it was like jalapenos, onions, tomatoes, ham, cheese, what else? There were like 2 or 3, bacon, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 1 or 2 more ingredients. And I just looked at everything, and I just told the lady everything. And she just looked at me like, "What?" I'm like, "I want all of it." And she was just looked at me like, "This guy's serious. He's ready." So
I mean, that sounds like
mean,
all the things that should be in an omelet. So I would have said,
yeah,
yeah, everything.
it was.
Twice.
Oh, green peppers. That was also
Yeah.
there. Yeah, it was everything. I was
It's
like,
just
yeah.
like a maxed out Western. It's a maxed
and
out Western
mushrooms.
omelet. Yeah, it's a
Mushroom
maxed out
stew.
Western
Yep.
omelet.
It
Heck
was.
yeah, I'm
It
getting
was.
everything. Give me ham and
Yeah.
bacon. Yes, I
I
did
did
not
that.
stutter, ma'am. Like,
I did that at least twice. And I tell you what, the first day we were there, I was like a noob. Like, I was just eating as much as I could. I wanted to try everything.
mhm.
And by the third day, I was like, I got to pace myself, because eventually you just stop feeling hunger. You
Yeah.
just you just are there. And so like 2 hours will pass, and you're like, it's supposed to be lunchtime. I mean, I want this food and I want these drinks, so I'm gonna do it. But it is I will say that now that I'm back, it was nice to feel hunger again, and to actually have more than 3 or 4 hours between meals.
Mm.
That was good. that felt normal.
Yeah.
But it was amazing, man. Like, the resort was, so we were in Cancun, right? But it wasn't Cancun proper. When we landed in Cancun at the airport, they drove like 30 minutes to a ferry, and then that ferry was 15-minute boat ride to an island called Women Island, Isla Mujeres.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we got to Isla Mujeres, we rode a taxi for 1 kilometer, that's half a mile, to then the car drove onto another island. So we were like in Cancun on an island next to an island. And
Took you about
it
45
was,
minutes before you got to your actual resort.
yeah, from the airport, I'd say, yeah, about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful, like, the water was, I've never, like, it looked like there was a filter on the water the whole time. Or I was like, what chemicals are they putting in this ocean to make this water be so blue? I was actually afraid when I peed in the ocean that it was going to turn like purple, or like they put the pee tablets in the ocean.
Yeah. They're like, we know what you're doing. Come on, man.
But dude, I've never been in water so clear, so blue, so beautiful. There were 2 things going on that I did not know there were seasons of this, but apparently there is seaweed season in Cancun, to where so much seaweed like goes through the water that they in order to get it out of the water so people can swim, they pull it up on the beach, and then if they don't take care of it, the seaweed rots on the beach. And there were sections in all the beaches in Cancun, and on this island at least. Actually, they told me there were other parts of Cancun where it was like even worse, to where people were leaving resorts because the seaweed was uncontrollable. So it just they don't know what to do. There's so much of it. They don't know where to take it. They don't have the structure to deal with the seaweed. And so there were piles of seaweed in some sections of the resort. There were other sections where it was fine, where it was normal, sand and water. But for the most part, there was a lot of seaweed. And then the second thing is our island is pretty much a bird nursing ground, to where these birds have their babies and then they just hang out on the island. And in our path from the beach cafeteria area to our villa, there were 2 huge groups of birds that were surrounding us. It felt like I was in the movie. If you've seen the movie The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock, it felt like that. There were at least, I'd say, 150 to 200 birds staring at us at all times. I don't even know if I want to look and see what Patrick posted in the group, because Ryan is laughing. He already has. He already have the graphic. The Lucas Ham show. Okay, that's fair. So, with these birds, I did discover that Mindy is not a fan of birds flying near her. She got pretty nervous at times.
That they would poop on her?
I mean, they didn't poop on us. There were sections of the resort
get pooped on.
Right.
Nobody in our party. So neither Mindy nor myself. There were a couple times
someone else did.
Oh yeah, someone got it. I mean, there were sections of the villas and the path where nobody ever walked because there were so many birds, and the sidewalk was white, but it was brick. Yeah, it was gross. So those sections nobody went into. There was a bit, so from the seaweed and from the birds, there was an aroma at times, depending on which way the wind blew. Those were the 2 maybe negatives of the season we went. And we talked to people. Actually, we went to a members dinner, and they told us that actually from April to June, you can have different, like, you can have that stuff happen at very extreme levels. Sometimes, some years it's worse than others. They said the best time to go there is between November and January, but we weren't about to do that. So it was too late to do that because we had already paid.
Right.
But that was probably the only, like, really, that was the only negative thing, I would say. If there was a negative thing to point out, other than that, it was glorious. Like, we had a lot of I've had so many types of food. They had 2 restaurants that you can make reservations for. It was really weird. So with the all-inclusive, you had to make reservations at their restaurants, but you just pretty much, they give you a menu, you order, and then you're done. And they're just like, okay, see ya. So it's like a restaurant experience, except they don't bring you the check because you're already good to go.
Do you have to wear like certain clothes, or like no flip flops, or you have to actually wear
complimentary robe that they gave you?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So when people make rules but they don't enforce it, yes, there were formal rules. They said formal clothes so like we got some documents that gave like rules of the resort and rules at the restaurant. Like, you need to wear formal clothes. You can't go into the cafeteria with wet clothes or bathing suits. But we noticed throughout the week that there were some people that would enforce the rules, that would say something, and then there were others that didn't care. So they would let you do whatever. Mindy and I followed the rules for the most part.
So you don't get heckled or
yeah.
And when you want to order something, people are like, yeah, let's get these guys first because they follow the rules.
Exactly. And it's kind of fun because you want to dress up. And so we brought we didn't bring I didn't bring a suit and tie or anything, but brought a nice polo, khakis, that kind of stuff. Mindy brought some nice dresses, some dresses that I'd never seen her wear before, it was nice. Like, it's just,
we don't always before you went.
No, she already had them, and so that was nice. Ate some octopus a number of times.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of octopus? Because my wife does not like it.
I mean, this octopus was actually not chewy like I thought it would be.
Octopus in its own ink. Chef's kiss.
Oh yeah, that's super good.
Really?
We didn't
Yeah.
have octopus in its own ink, but we did have octopus a number of times, and it was good. It had good flavor. It had a good consistency. It wasn't super chewy.
I feel like octopus in
Um,
its own ink is equivalent to you shall not eat.
Yeah,
like,
don't
cannot
eat
boil
goat
a-
in its
boil a goat in
don't
its
eat
mother's
baby goat
milk.
in its mother's milk. Yeah,
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one
that
is
does kinda
dead,
sound like
filled
that.
in its own blood. Eat it. It tastes great.
eat it, sucker. You're gonna like it.
Huh.
So the one day we did go out, we went on a walk out of the resort and we went to Isla Mujeres and just did some. It wasn't so much sightseeing as we wanted to look at their souvenirs and stuff. So we went to a number of shops,
You
got
went
some
to the
T-shirts,
woman
got some.
island to
Yeah, we went to Women Island to go shopping. With
you
the
went
women,
window shopping with
I just went with one woman. It
there
was
you
the
go.
only woman on the island I cared about.
That's right.
So
That is the correct
that's
answer.
right.
Mindy, skip
Yeah.
forward by like 5 seconds now. How many females do you gawk at?
Tell us what really happened.
Oh no.
But no, we did some souvenir shopping, got some stuff for the kids, and just looked around. And there was some, it was a variety of shops and restaurants and nothing too crazy. There was a churro, what do they call them? Food truck, but it was called Jurassic Park, and it was based off of Jurassic Park.
Nice. All right.
You have
Churro.
please tell me you stopped there.
We did take pictures. We didn't eat them. I'm
Aw.
telling you, man, we were never hungry, and I didn't want to pay for any food because I'd already
Of course,
paid for the
fair.
food.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Yeah, that wasn't happening. So we
I need you to
took
post
a
that
picture of it
I want to
and
see.
checked it out. Yeah, and so I do have to say, so on the drink side of things, we didn't get out of we didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
There was no blacking out or anything from the
Good.
drinks. We tried a variety of drinks. I did searches of drinks, and I of course found Patrick's classic Fireball.
Yes.
What was funny about
It's
the
universal.
Fireball? So the first time I ordered it, the guy looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Trust me, it's at the bar. I saw it." Because I scoped out at the bar where the Fireball was.
Yeah.
And so I asked for it, and he said, and he left, and he's like, "Okay, I confirm it's there." And he's like, "I need you to sign this before we bring your drink." I'm like, "Sign it? What is it?" It's like, what is happening?
What?
So they said,
Sign
I
what?
found out later. Yeah, just signed a paper. He's like, I want you to just write your name and your room number. And I'm like, what is happening right now? I'm like, are you charging me for the? I didn't ask him, but I
Right.
asked. We had a guy named Carlos who was he was like our member services guy. When we got there, we were given like a black bracelet, and the black bracelet meant pretty much we had free reign at the resort. Like we could order and eat and drink whatever we wanted.
Mhm.
And so Carlos was our guy that explained all that stuff, and he's like, anytime you need anything, you write me. And so I wrote him later, and I was like, what is that all about? And he's like, well, with certain drinks or top shelf drinks or whatever, we like to keep track of what you're drinking just to see what the I don't know, the frequency that drinks get ordered or keeping
Mhm.
up with inventory, something like that. I know, Patrick, you're making the squint eye thing.
Well, I don't.
They didn't charge me for anything.
This is how bars
also,
work anywhere
about
in the
to say,
world. Like what?
Fireball is definitely not top shelf.
No, it's
I know,
not
that's
even
what I thought
close.
too. Yeah, but for them, it was top shelf because it
Okay.
was an import. It's an import whiskey. So
Okay.
they.
All right.
Now I will say another time I ordered the Fireball, so they didn't have Dr. Pepper, so I couldn't get the classic Fireball and Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
But I did get Fireball and Coke was just as good, and so I got that. One of the times I ordered it, the guy had to look for it. He wasn't familiar with Fireball either, and then when he got it, he took the lid off and he smelled it, and he was like, "Oh!" Like he made a face like, "This is strong stuff." And so
That's fine.
yeah.
No,
Nah, it's not that bad. It's just cinnamon. I think the
Yeah.
cinnamon throws them off. They're
It's
just
just cinnamon.
not
It's-
used to
yeah.
the cinnamon taste, smell,
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah,
One of
that
the
was
smoothest
my
spots.
go-to favorite. I mean, I did like Captain and Coke. I did Jack and Coke, but Fireball and Coke was where it's at.
I don't think I've ever had Fireball and Coke. How was so when comparing Fireball and Dr. Pepper and Fireball and Coke? What would you prefer, Coke or Dr. Pepper?
I feel like I could taste the Fireball more with Coke because Dr. Pepper has a more unique, stronger flavor.
Has some more flavors in there.
Yeah, there's almost. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but there's more flavors, so it kind of not too many flavors, but just Dr. Pepper has a more unique flavor to it. I think it's stronger.
I'm gonna try that.
The other thing I did was Fireball and pineapple juice, and that surprised me how good that was because here in Brazil, I grill
Sounds like
pineapple.
a dessert.
It does.
Yeah,
sound like a dessert.
it was like dessert because here in Brazil, I put cinnamon and sugar on pineapple and grill it, as Patrick has experienced.
Sure,
and it tasted just like it, Patrick. So if you want to taste pineapple with cinnamon on the grill, if you want to drink it, Fireball and pineapple juice.
Fireball and pineapple juice. Okay.
It was tasty because I just pretty much like looked up what can I mix Fireball with, and it's good. And that was one of them.
Everything.
Pineapple juice. Yeah, I mean, if you like cinnamon flavor with anything, you can do it.
You can do
but yeah, I almost put it in coffee, but I was like, no, that's good. It's too weird.
I don't think I've ever.
You're on vacation. You just try it. What the heck?
I mean, there's no rules. You're right. I didn't try it, but
there's no rules.
I should have. I would say overall, our favorite just drinks in general were just fruity drinks. Like that's where it's at for us. There was one time I ordered a drink. Now, see, one thing that we ran into at this resort was it was a flip of a coin if someone spoke English only or spoke Spanish only. So when I would say these names of these drinks in English, sometimes they would repeat it back to me very differently, but then just be like, okay, I'll see what I can get. So once we asked for a hurricane and they brought us a Blue Lagoon, and
close enough.
I was just like, all right, I don't know what this is, but we drank it, and it was Mindy's favorite drink of the week, the Blue Lagoon. So it was, I mean, it's pretty much.
So did you order the hurricane? They just brought you the Blue Lagoon?
They brought it to me later. No, what happened was he brought the Blue Lagoon, and I drank half of it. And when I wasn't looking, he took it and switched it out for a hurricane. Like, you didn't see that. I was like, dude, I was drinking the Blue Lagoon.
I was about to say, it's already halfway gone. What are you going to do with it? Pour it out and just let me have it.
Yeah, exactly.
I already paid for it. Give me my drink back.
Yeah, I want my drink back now, sucker. Now, there was one guy, and this is another one I wanted to get because Patrick recommended it, and it was an old fashioned with extra cherries. The waiter told me they couldn't make it. And I unfortunately did not go to the bar later to actually ask the bartenders directly, because later on I asked him for a Fireball and Coke, and he said they ran out. And I was like, what do you mean they ran out? Okay. And so then I went to the bar myself, and it was there with a 3/4 full bottle. And I was like, okay, I don't know what this dude's up to. I didn't talk to that guy ever again. So
no, he's trying to hoard it.
Yeah, he was like hoarding the drinks.
Like everywhere can make an old fashioned, dude. It's like,
yeah,
it's one of the easiest drinks to make.
I mean, it has some ingredients in it, but it should be all at the bar.
And then again, a whole lot like bitters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like just bitters and the rye whiskey or bourbon, orange, and the cherries and stuff. Like these are all even common bar things.
Yeah, there is like a right way to make it, but if you don't make it the right way and you still have all the ingredients, it's still gonna taste good.
It still tastes good. It still tastes.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's weird.
But I didn't feel so bad about that because my buddy in West Virginia, Tom, he made me an old fashioned with extra cherries last year, so I knew what I was getting into, and I was like, that's fine. I'll another time. But yeah, I think the other drink that I had that was just really cool that I thought I'd had it before, but when I drank it, I was like, I don't think I've had this before. But it was the White Russian, which was Gabe Patilla's favorite drink. And that was special to just order that and drink that. I got that a number of times. That one is like, I think it's Kahlua vodka cream.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah. man, I can throw those down, and because they're so good.
Yeah,
Dangerous.
vodka,
Careful,
coffee
man.
liqueur,
So
and
dangerous.
heavy cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very dangerous.
I
The
have all
the
the
new one I
ingredients,
had,
I think.
I can't remember what I was asking for. I was asking for something, and they're like, oh no, I was just asking for ideas from them, and the guy's like, how about a dirty monkey? I'm like, I don't know what that is. That sounds suspicious,
Yeah,
but I'll
it
try
does.
it.
He's like,
It was
here's the card to my room.
yeah, but it was a banana chocolate mudslide, so it
Hmm.
was just pretty much a milkshake. And
No
those are the ones that
dessert.
are dangerous for me. Any of the ones that are dessert milkshakes, like I'm just like, yeah, I'll have 5 of these. I feel fine.
What alcohol?
Where's my wife?
In it?
That one I think was I'm trying to remember. I know Bailey's was in it. It was Bailey's. I think it was
Bailey.
Bailey's rum, and then a banana liqueur maybe,
Okay.
and then cream and chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
So
dangerous. You're just sitting there sucking those down. It's
yeah, those are
oh,
dangerous drinks.
on Tuesday. Wait a minute.
What day is
How
it?
long have I been here?
Yeah. So, yeah.
No
It was
margaritas?
a fun experience. What?
No margaritas?
Oh, yeah, yes.
I was
I
about
had
to say there had to be some really good margaritas.
I had a regular margarita. I had a mango I had mango margaritas. I had blueberry margaritas. I had
Blueberry
Now, were
margarita.
these ice or like frozen margaritas?
these were on the rocks margaritas. They didn't
Okay.
do you could do the
That's-
frozen ones, but I decided to do the rocks because I
Yeah,
was
there's
already
too
doing the
much-
frozen
too much
ones with
sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But dude, they did so around the rim. They did a salt and then they called it tajin, and it was pretty much chili pepper
Like
Yeah.
steak
around the
seasoning
rim
type
with the
stuff.
salt.
Or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
those are really good.
Yeah.
those really good. But sometimes I would get a mouthful of it, and it would just be like punch me in the face, like just like oh, serious. Yeah. I'm like, oop, I overdid it on the seasoning. And I'm like
Right.
chugging the margarita.
Right. It burns.
burning my flesh. Yeah. The last one I got that was I didn't remember till the very end, and it was a drink I actually grew up smelling as a child, and it was a Bloody Mary. My
Was
my
it
mom
like the big,
and my grandma.
gigantic, fancy, weird one? Okay.
It wasn't
Like
it
45
wasn't,
ingredients coming out of it.
I've seen some
no.
wild ones around here, dude. There was one
There
that I
have-
saw
yeah,
that had like
I've
a
seen wild
lobster
ones.
tail
No,
and
this
a
is-
burger in it, and I was like, "That's not a meal. That's a meal."
That is a meal and a drink. All right, I would have tried that.
That's outrageous, man.
It's like $45. I was
last
like,
week.
"No."
No, it was simple tomato juice, vodka.
Okay.
It had celery, olive, and lime with
Yeah.
salt around the rim.
normal Bloody Mary.
But man, yeah, it was just a normal one. But man, it's so nostalgic for me. Like I grew up smelling that drink at my grandma's house, and my mom would drink it, and I don't know what it is about tomato juice in general, but it just makes me feel like my kid again. I never drank it, but it was one that I
that's
always
stupid.
smelled. Oh yeah,
An entire pizza hanging out
An
with Bloody
entire
Mary.
How did
pizza,
you
a
balance
burger.
that in the cup?
That's not real. That is fake.
That's gotta be
Can't be
AI.
real.
How many
No,
things can you put in that drink?
It's a $60 Bloody Mary called Bloody Hell.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's what you say
Wow.
when you see it. Bloody
Pretty much.
hell.
Wow. Oh man.
little 16-ounce glass just down there like Toby
A
Maguire.
full pizza on top of it.
4 chicken
It's down
breasts. Chicken breast. If you look
Old.
closely, there in the back, there's like a sack of fries at the back of it.
There's a sacrifice.
Oh my gosh.
What
That
is
is
this?
crazy. Yep, there it is. So I would say that it constitutes like the eating and the drinking while I was there. I probably consumed at least 4,000 calories a day.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I-
There you go. and
Kid
burned
you not.
exactly
Easy.
6.
Exactly. Yes. So I get back, right? And I told you guys I gained 14 pounds. Over the past 2 days, I lost 6.5 pounds. And all I can say, the secret to
Pooping.
the diet plan is poop more than eat. So for every
Exactly
2
what that
poops, you
was.
have a meal.
You pooped all that out.
Dude, it took 2 days for my body to process everything from last week. Like, it was just like,
bet.
oh, here it goes
I
again.
bet your stomach was just like rock hard, just like that entire week, waiting for you to get home.
It's like, dude, take a break.
I can't take it anymore.
If I had done that for 2 weeks, I can't imagine what would have happened.
It's just all that salt and water intake. You're just like, oh, I just can't do anything with this. It's just seeping out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a trip. It was an experience. It was a great way to just relax and vacation. It's not something I'm going to do a whole lot, at least in that style of eating that much. I don't recommend gaining 14 pounds in a week.
It's
crazy. Not healthy.
I
felt it by the end.
That's like wrestlers like trying to make weight. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they're just like eating everything. But the food was stupendous. Like, there were things that I ate every single day, sometimes twice a day. They had fried. I don't know if you've had fried plantains.
Yes. The
really, so you can have them really green where they're salty, they're savory, or you can have them really really ripe or sweet. And those are the ones. They had the sweet ones most of the time. And dude, I had that every day. Like, it was
there used to be a Cuban food truck around here that he would do. He had like the best Cuban sandwiches I've ever had, and he would serve them with fried plantains, and they were like the sweet ones. And I would just I miss him. I miss him. Come back, Havana Dave, please. Please,
man, that sounds magical. I've never had a Cuban sandwich.
Oh,
I've always wanted one. I have a friend
grief.
that actually, it's the principal, my buddy Josh, that just left. He swore by the Cuban sandwich. He grew up in Miami, and he said that's still his favorite sandwich to this day.
That's Little Cuba. That's why, because like, you can't get much better than that.
No.
Where was the place that y'all ate when you said y'all went out? Like, when y'all ate outside of the
So they had 2 restaurants, and it was Las Marias and it was Las Marias. It had a second word. They didn't even call it by the name of the restaurant. They said, we have a Mexican restaurant and an Italian restaurant. And they were there on the resort. Yeah.
Las Marias is
like,
the Mexican, and then Las Marias Italian.
That's pretty much what it was.
You just gotta say it differently.
Yeah. You have to use your hands for the Italian one, like
Las Marias.
Las Marias. And then the other one's like, hey, ese, Las Marias.
Yeah, Las Marias.
You gotta come here, man. It's awesome. It's like Cheech and Chong and pull it up. Yeah, the food was it's the most bougie food I've ever had. Like, where it's all like fancy and like deconstructed this.
Was it like small plates that was like, I'm still going to be hungry after this?
I'm pretty sure the first day we went, the only table they had was at like 6:00. And we're like, well, we're going to be hungry after that. We definitely had second dinner at 8, 9 o'clock after that. So yeah, it happens sometimes. Yeah, so it was really good. It was a nice, like, the restaurants were a nice break from the all you can eat section, because I mean, we would just go crazy in the all you can eat, and you can just, I want some of this, I want some of that. And so the restaurant gave you like I mean, if you really wanted to, you could tell them you want everything on the menu. They didn't do that, but there was one day where the guy was like, I'm just bringing you all the desserts. So he brought us all 3 or 4 options of desserts, and we just ate from each of them. They were smaller portions. They were like super fancy portion sizes and all that. So very fancy looking food.
Was it good?
And very good. Yeah, it was very good.
Okay.
Yep. Faux show.
That's what makes me mad. I've been to a place like that was like super bougie and super fancy like that, and you get like small plates. and the food was like, I thought phenomenal. But I was like, but now I'm gonna have to stop by McDonald's on the way home because I'm still hungry.
Yeah,
You didn't
'cause I'm
give me
still
enough
hungry.
food.
There was one, I think I put either in the Discord or in our WhatsApp group, but there was one time they gave me a little taco, and I kid you not, it was like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of it was like smaller than the circumference of a baseball. Like it was a super small. It was maybe, yeah, circumference of between a baseball and it was bigger than a ping pong ball, but it was really small, like taco. I was like, what is this? What am I, like a giant man, like just eating this little baby taco? Like, okay, whatever. So, yeah.
Mm.
But dude, every day there was either a beautiful sunrise or a beautiful sunset, and the sky just glowed like it was beautiful. The sun shining off of the ocean, or the sun just being that deep, deep orange.
Mhm.
Man, picturesque pretty much every day. Even
Did
now,
you stand out on the sun, or did you stand out on the sand like Luke when he was looking at the two suns setting over?
looking at the two suns. Actually, one of the days I got a tequila sunrise during the sunset, and the picture like above is like the sun setting with the glow, and then the
Mhm.
tequila sunrise was all glowy orange.
There you go. Good
Cool.
job.
Nice.
It was very cool. But at the end, I think pretty much all day Thursday and all day Friday, it rained, and cloudy all day. And then after we checked out and we had like an hour or two before we had to go to the airport, the sun came out. And I was like, you little jerk. You just hid from us for 2 days. And then you show up the last 30 minutes we're here. That wasn't very nice. But
Dang.
I can't complain. We got sun most of the time. Mindy got to work on her tan. I put on 50 SPF sunblock every day.
Oh, you didn't want to come back looking like me?
There's no way I could come back and look like you. If I could, I totally would have done it. But I would look like
the only way you can do that is like a spray tan, and
yeah, like
we're not allowed to do that stuff around here.
Hey, Robert Downey Jr. did it.
What do you mean, you people?
I think you can pull it off.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do that. 100%.
That's so underrated.
Great underrated movie.
Yeah, I'm old enough now to where I don't even want to tempt fate. Like a sunburn can ruin a vacation. Like when you're just in pain all the time. I was like, I'm not letting you ruin my day, son. So I just lathered up every time I went out. It was glorious. Now, just to touched on real life. There was no fake life last week. It was all real. I mean, I guess the fake life was I ate.
You had to come back to reality.
That's not real life. And honestly, I reached my limit. Like by the time I got to the end, I was like, oh, I cannot live this way. I'm ready to go home and be a normal person, to feel hunger, to fast, to all that. But I did have a nice God life, like just waking up early for the most part, reading the Bible, enjoying the sunrise. Like that first day, enjoying the sunrise and praying. Like I sang out on the beach. It was really cool. Like just looking at nature and what God had created and the beauty He's made in sunrises, sunsets, everything. Like just spending that time with Mindy. It was great. It was a wonderful week, and yeah. So it was an eggerful week, as it's been put in the past. So had some God life, had some real life, and definitely some fake life. It was fun times.
Nice.
So
nice,
yeah.
Man.
And that's my update from last week. That's what we did. I think.
Oh, I did go watch a movie.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
All right. I went and watched Elio.
Oh,
How
yeah.
was it? I heard
really
mixed
good.
reviews.
Was it really good?
It was really good. All the kids stayed awake the entire time.
Yeah.
No one complained. No one had to get up and go pee. Everyone watched the entire movie. So yeah, I thought it was good, man. It was was a nice little. It's a nice little
Wow,
movie.
it is 83 on Rotten Tomatoes, 83%,
All right.
and
From critics?
91% from
Fans?
actual fans.
Yeah, it's a good movie, man. It's solid.
Wow.
All right. I don't know if we'll. Well,
I
most of
still
the
did
animated
not
movies
want to
we can only
spend
watch in 4Ks.
$57 going to watch it in the theater. I
I
was
didn't
like,
imagine
we
you
can't
would.
find this on like something streaming.
Yeah, Novacell now.
It'll be on Disney
He won't
Plus
give me his
in 3
password.
months.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, can we just wait? Like, I still haven't. Like, I want to watch Thunderbolts. I still haven't. I'm not going to the
Oh,
theater to watch it at
that's-
this point. I'm
it-
just gonna wait for it to come to Disney.
It dropped on Novacell now yesterday.
Oh, did it? Nice.
Sure did.
Yes, sir, Bob. Now, speaking of movies, I will say the week before we went on our Cancun vacation, we did watch both Top Guns with our kids. We introduced them to Top Gun and Maverick. My gosh, Top
Incredible.
Gun Maverick. It's
10
so
out of 10.
good.
10 out of 10.
10,
I
11 out
never
of
watched
10.
it.
Like, just what?
Still haven't watched.
You never watched it?
I never.
Have
I
you
saw
watched Top Gun, the original?
Yeah, I've seen Top Gun, the original.
Dude, do yourself a favor.
Have not watched Maverick.
Because not only is Maverick, like, it's not just like a good, I don't know, a good, like, it is top 10 movie. Like, it is
Yeah.
all time. Like, it is
Do I need to watch Top
good.
Gun and a refresher?
It does help. It
Okay.
does
It
help.
enhances.
I mean, it's been a minute since I've watched. Top
Yeah, I would go
Gun.
back and watch it. Patrick, have you gone
been a
back to
good
watch
bit.
the original Maverick or the original Top Gun since watching Maverick?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah. I hadn't
I don't
until we
know.
watched it with the kids.
I know I watched it right before we went to go see Maverick in the theaters, but I don't know if I rewatched it since. I don't think I have
Yeah.
because I think Maverick is just so much better than the original, and I think it's because there's way better storytelling in Maverick than the original Top Gun.
There's
I
feel
kind of
original
seen
Top
the
Gun
original.
was original Top Gun. I feel like was just a bunch of just scenes of dogfights and them like just doing cool stuff in airplanes, and then the story was just like, all right, they're in a bar.
No.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Storyline
It's just
wasn't
the thing
there.
is when you watch Maverick is so good that when you go back and watch the original, like you remember all the things they touched on in Maverick and it enhances the original and just makes it better. It's the opposite effect of watching, like, if you watch Obi-Wan, the TV show, and then you watch the original A New Hope, Star Wars, and like you're like, these guys 9 years later, seriously?
Right.
This is how they fight each other?
They've made 12 movies from this one. Like what?
Yeah. That's the opposite effect. But with Maverick and Top Gun, they're definitely they're fun to watch.
So should I watch Maverick first, then go watch Top Gun, or should I watch Top Gun OG?
No, you
No, rewatch
Maverick.
Top Gun and then
OG
watch
first.
Maverick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch the OG. But that was fun to watch that with the kids and enjoy that. I did watch I watched 2 movies actually on the airplane. I tried to watch a number of movies and either I lost interest within 15 minutes or I was just like, nope, I don't really want to watch this with a few movies. But I watched an animated Lord of the Rings movie called The War of the Rohirrim.
Is that out?
It was out on airplane mode.
Yeah,
and it was
I wanted to see
it was really
that.
good.
Yeah, I
enjoyable.
wanted to see that. I didn't know it was out. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I had 2, and I was like, oh, I could watch this. I love Lord of the Rings. And so the music's
You're
perfect.
just on it right now, Patrick.
I'm just
He's
sending
loading
you
up.
some
He's-
Novacell Now links. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Making
You're
it
so
easy
kind.
for you.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, I watched 42, the story of Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson, yeah.
Man, I tell you what, I don't know if any type of movie makes me madder than movies about racism. Like, it just ticks me off. Like, really, being kind of real for a second. Like I watch it and I'm just like, are they really this stupid? Like, were they really? I can't say were. Like, there are still people who are idiots like this. I was like, how can you treat a human being that way? Like, I just really like it ticked me off. Like I was watching it, but at the same time, it's really good. Like really good story. And
Chadwick Boseman was Jack.
Yeah, Chad.
Yep.
It was one of his, other than the Marvel movies, one of his last movies, wasn't it?
Last roles, yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool to see Chadwick Boseman. It was weird to hear him talk without his Wakandan accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't think I've ever heard. I wanted him to be like with the Brooklyn Dodgers, E-Bombay, and just say something Wakandan. Get them all fired up. Yeah, just like, let's go. But
what's that bat made out of? Vibranium.
Vibranium.
No wonder he's so good.
What's the secret? Yeah, it was really good. Harrison Ford's really good. I feel like it's the most I've seen Harrison Ford actually play a character, like instead of being himself. Like he actually kind of changed his voice. He acts a little different than he normally would. Most of the time, Harrison Ford is just playing Harrison Ford. In most
Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, as Han Solo. You know, like
yeah, the president of the United States of America, all the same person.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but yeah, in this one he played a historical character, and it felt like I was actually trying to capture the manager owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers. But yeah, it was good. I watched that. Yeah. So
Rayla said I did not have fun when you guys were gone. It was bad. Everything was bad.
What she did? She played with dogs all last week. She was.
There was a squirrel. I saw a squirrel. I chased it.
Oh, every time she comes back, when like we send her to the puppy kennel, you know, whatever, the place where they take care of her, she always comes back like they fed her sugar the whole time. Like, she's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Let's like she's just like, if she could talk, she just would be talking a mile a minute.
You guys were gone for so long, and I was just
I miss you so much. Will you pet me? Okay, let's do this. Okay, sit for yeah. There's one more movie I watched. We just watched today. Have you guys seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish?
Great movie.
Incredible
movie. Dude.
I
know, Patrick. It sounds like it shouldn't be, but good grief, like that's an A+ movie. There's
Patrick,
nothing wrong with that movie.
Patrick, you've watched the Shrek movies, right?
Yeah, and I don't see the allure of the Shrek movies. I don't.
No, but it's not
fair.
like that. You've watched the Shrek movies, so you're familiar with Puss in Boots.
Yes, yeah. Isn't it Antonio Banderas?
Yes.
Yeah. It's Antonio Banderas, and then Salma Hayek is the other cat.
4 Puss in Boots movies. One's from 1988.
So good.
Pretty sure that's not the one.
No, God, no. What does that even look like?
Wait, that's real?
It's with Christopher Walken is in it.
No way. 1988?
Yes. I'm gonna put this in the chat. I'm also gonna post this on Discord for anyone who doesn't know about this Puss in Boots movie from 1988.
Oh my gosh, that can't. Oh my gosh, that is
Christopher
real.
Walken is Puss in Boots. Wait.
What is happening right now? He's got his little mustache staring at a cat.
Wow.
Oh no! Here's the summary. Delightful tale of a cat who becomes a sharp gentleman and sets out to restore his master's name and wealth after he gives Puss a pair of magic boots.
No way.
Yeah, definitely not this movie.
Not even close.
6.1 on IMDb.
I see that. Oh my Lord.
That's higher than I would have guessed.
Man, I wonder what it's on Rotten Tomatoes.
2.
I don't know. 60%. It has 1 review on the tomato meter. What does it say?
Bad.
2 out of 5. It's the only review. Shoddy musical tale with some scary stuff and hammy humor. That's all it says.
Hammy humor? Hey, don't be besmirching the hammy humor, okay?
Hammy humor.
Hammy humor is good humor.
It's rated G, and it's only an hour and 36 minutes.
It's rated
And he said
G.
scary stuff. What kind of scary stuff is in a G-rated hammy humor movie?
Probably one of them like weird puppets. It's like
Oh
that
yeah,
shouldn't
that
be
gives you
that shouldn't
nightmares.
be scary, but it actually really is.
The cat's like a puppet when he puts on
Oh,
the
yeah.
boots, the magic boots. He's like, "Arr, here I am. I'm Puss in Boots. Arr." Okay,
What
so
in the
Patrick,
world?
going back to actually good film.
Yeah.
Just watch it with your son, okay?
What
say, hey.
what is Puss in Boots? Which one is it?
The Last Wish.
It's called The Last Wish. It's when he's on his last life.
7.8 on IMDb. Whoa.
95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Do I need
It's
to
good.
watch the other ones to
Nah.
understand this?
Nope,
No,
you didn't.
no, you really don't.
I don't even think it barely. I don't even think it references the first movie.
I think it maybe because of the female cat.
Even then, they give you all the information you
But
need.
yeah,
to know
they
in
give
the
you all
movie.
the info. Yeah. No, you don't really need it.
Next movie Clark and I watch. This is it. I've added it to the queue. We're ready.
Let's go.
Yes. That's a good one. Also watch
It
The
is.
Bad Guys if you haven't watched The Bad Guys.
We've watched The Bad Guys. Clark loves The Bad Guys. He's read the books as well.
Yeah,
I'm
James is a Bad Guys fan. He's
torn
very excited for the
about
sequel.
the new one, if it's gonna be good or not.
Is it based off their books, or is it just
I didn't know they were.
or they just like? Yeah, they are books.
Oh, it's Bad Guys 2, August 1st. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. The trailer, like, I mean, I'm gonna go watch it because it's The Bad Guys. Like,
Yeah.
I thought, I was like, this movie can't be good, and loved it. Loved that movie.
Yeah, it was good.
The animation was really good too. I don't know why. I really like the animation of it.
Mhm.
But just the trailer for the second one doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't get me jazzed up. Maybe that's just.
That's fair. I only watched the trailer once, but I don't remember what like came off to me as off. But I can see I had the same feeling when I watched it.
Okay.
The last fake life thing I want to just mention is I'm halfway through season 5 of The Chosen, and let me tell you, I hit an episode that just had me speechless.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what to say. Like I was just hit so hard in the feels and in the deep meaning of the episode that I was like, like we couldn't go to the next episode. Yeah, this is one's like I need to sit on this. I need to pray about this. I need to. And man, I've been in season 5 as we've been going through Matthew through the Word. As I've been going through Matthew a little behind, like it's matched up with a lot of season 5, and it just The Chosen has like this I don't know what to call it, like this self-filling, like this self-feeding loop where I read scripture and I want to watch The Chosen, then I watch The Chosen and I want to read scripture, and then I read scripture and I want to watch The Chosen. Like it just is like this. You just want to binge Jesus. Like it's just so good.
I think the only time that has hit me that hard where I couldn't watch another episode was when Jesus and Nathaniel meet for the first time. And
oh man, that was still
an incredible scene.
Yeah, that was
so good.
Incredible.
That was a
great
scene.
I've only watched the wife and I have only watched one episode of season 5 so far, and I don't like how the season started. Where its season started at the Last Supper, and they go through the Last Supper, they're like 4 days earlier. I'm like, this isn't Quentin Tarantino. Like, what are you doing here? Like, why didn't you? The last scene of an episode should have been the Last Supper, and then or whatever. It should have been something like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, kind of like what they did with the Sermon on the Mount.
Yes.
The
thing is,
I felt like I was like I want to hear the Sermon on the Mount, but hearing how him and Matthew were working on the Sermon on the Mount together, like I love that build up of it. But not seeing the Sermon on the Mount, I felt like kind of ripped off a little bit. But
was
then
mad.
again,
Yeah,
I was a little
Yeah,
mad. that we
right?
didn't get
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
yeah. My
I know we
father-in-law
can
was
read
just
it
like,
at any point and go listen to it. Like,
yeah. I know my father-in-law was just like after that, like when it cut to black after he like looked like he was going to start, he was like, "No!" He just yelled no, like,
Of course. Yes.
"No! I wanted to hear Jesus give the Sermon on the Mount."
yeah, I did too.
Yeah, that's gonna be Patrick. You're probably gonna have to watch season 5 twice because that like going back and forth between the past, the present, it's through the whole season, and I have to say they do it a little. It's kind of discombobulating. Like it's just like, wait, which part are we in? Because there are even multiple parts of the Last Supper, which I understand why they break it up. They break it up because the Last Supper is a lot of dialogue. Like there's no action other than like washing of feet.
It's the
The rest of
chosen.
it-
There's like it is
No,
dialogue.
I know. No, okay, I shouldn't say action. There's not a lot of like it's Jesus talking most of the time. Like because the
Yeah,
the
so
disciples are just like, no, I know, and there's nothing
I
wrong with
love
that.
it. I love
But
it.
but one thing that I think they did in this season that's really cool that is they take like parallel themes, like where they touch on something or Jesus touches on something in the Sermon on the Mount in the Last Supper, and then that touches on something that happened earlier in Holy Week or something going on in the lives of the disciples.
I'm just gonna
And-
go online. I'm gonna find the supercut that someone put together of the Last Supper and just watch just watch that.
That's fair. Just get your Bible open and just follow along. Be like, okay, this is this
Like,
part
oh, no.
of Sermon on the
We're
Mount.
back in Ruth? What?
I'm so confused right now. But yeah, so we're halfway through. It's really good. You guys
Nice.
know, and I think we've already talked about it. The next season is the whole season is the crucifixion.
Yeah.
So how does this season end? Is it like him getting arrested? I'm assuming.
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I
we
would
don't- you don't know.
imagine
Yeah,
it would. I would imagine that's how it ends.
I would imagine
Maybe they
Yeah, I
go
would
to the end of their little BS trial that they had,
yeah.
where it ends with just it basically ends. My thought is it's going to end with them saying crucify him, or like what else do we need to
That was
hear?
one of my guesses
Crucify him.
that they would do crucify him, or it's going to be when they arrest him. But if next
entire
season is
season of the crucifixion. Oh man, it's gonna
Which
be
I haven't.
brutal.
heavy.
Yeah,
So heavy.
it's going to be heavier than the Passion of the Christ.
The
and I
Passion
don't
of
know
the
if
Christ. I mean, like
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
2 hours.
that was brutal, but that wasn't
was.
the entire 2 hours. That was more like 45 minutes.
Mhm.
True.
Oh my god!
Because
Yeah,
a big chunk of it was the torture of Jesus too.
Yeah.
The beating.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
In which I think crucifixion does include his torture and crucifixion, walking the hill to Calvary.
Yeah.
I think that all includes. I don't think it's all him on the cross.
And is
Right,
this
But
is
it's
is
still
next
it's going to
season
be
the,
heavy.
the
Season.
last season?
No,
Next season?
I think there's one more
No.
after that.
yeah, there is one more. I'm guessing it's going to be resurrection season. Like it's everything.
Okay.
I
It's
want
gonna
them
be-
keep going.
Dude, where crucifixion
really
season is going to be heavy, resurrection season is just going to be
Right.
like
Just
dialed up
awesome.
to 11
Yeah.
in a happy, awesome way.
I wanted to keep going because I want to see Paul.
I
wanna
know,
see
I do
this
too. I
church.
Yeah,
want
I want them to
my
go to
thought.
Acts, dude. I wanna go to
Yeah, are
Go to
they going to
Acts.
do Acts?
I would love if they did Acts
Acts.
with Paul. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm still hoping that we get to see Paul at some point, like a glimpse.
I
of
mean,
him,
what would it
and
what
we'd
would
be
it,
like,
it be like him just
I-
in the prison, just
no
writing,
idea.
and then
no idea.
all the other like countries are just reading the letter? Like, that's, I don't know.
no, he got stoned like multiple times.
He did,
Like
get
not in
stoned.
the drug way,
He
but
got
in the
stoned.
in the physically in the physically getting stones thrown at him. He got lowered in a basket out a window. Like there's all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff you could do with
Yeah,
Paul.
let's not do that. Let's not do that part.
No,
Let's
do
just
that?
allude
do
to
like
it,
Mission
like,
Impossible music. Lowered in a basket. Dun 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 dun.
Hey
dun,
man,
dun,
like
dun,
if Amazon or somebody wants to make a show about like acts and just go from there, that'd be dope. I did tell y'all I finished like House of David, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
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 It was good. Like it is slow, like for all that they did, but like hopefully they ramp that up. Just let's get some more Christian media out here, man. Like I'm still waiting on Promised Land too, the mockumentary thing
Oh,
of like
yeah.
the Exodus. Like they still only have that one episode. Like I really want them to. I might donate to them just to make sure they succeed.
Just to help make it happen.
Dude, I want to see it. I really do. I think
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be
We do.
funny and just good. Because I think the same
100%.
things. I think the same things sometimes. Like, how in the world did Moses do all that?
Oh man. And speaking of that, Ryan, we are at the beginnings of shredding through the Bible.
Oh yes, we
And,
are.
We've read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus in 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty intense.
We're in Duke now.
It's crazy how you see it differently when you read big chunks like that. Like it's got a different feel to it, and it's been really cool so far. But yeah, blowing by all that Moses goes through is just like, man, he was like babysitting idiots.
Toddlers.
Like
Just, they acted like toddlers.
Just toddlers. Like they're so stupid.
Like you just
Oh man.
like you just saw Mark said apparently season 2 of House of David is going to be behind a further paywall. No, well, what further than what? What you mean
Then having
further?
a
Like,
Amazon Prime membership. Like you're
yeah,
gonna
I have
to
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Like,
that's that.
buy or
yeah.
rent.
Who doesn't have Amazon Prime? So
at this point,
I wouldn't
like,
consider that a
if it's
paywall.
further than if it's further, like it's making me buy or rent the episodes.
It's
then
going to be on
yeah.
Paramount Plus. Like, son of a gun, no one has that.
It says further than Amazon Prime.
They're gonna
don't do
create
that, Amazon.
a new Amazon
Jeff
Prime is going to
Bezos
have
finding
like
ways
Amazon
to make
Prime
money off of
Plus.
Jesus. Come on, man.
Yeah, exploiting Christian media, not cool. All right. Speaking of joiners and podcasters emeriti.
Excellent segue.
Yeah. We we do like to hear from you guys, as you can share what's new in your neck of the woods.
Scroll back up.
And on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can share what's new with you, just like the Cat on Fire did.
This is a live look at North Carolina and at 12 in the afternoon.
There it is. That's what Ryan looks like. Patrick asked everyone, how was your weekend? What color is the sky? And post here, or we'll see you live tonight. Marcus,
in the wrong channel
podcaster
again.
emeritus, says it was all right his weekend. The sky is bluish purple, and he said no, he will not post here or see us live.
All right,
which
okay.
are both lies.
Here we go. All right. For you guys, what color is the sky?
It's blue.
Currently black.
See,
Well,
that's what I'm
yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. Like, why everyone says it's blue, but I'm like, what about the awesome sunset or the sunrise that Lucas you saw while you're on vacation?
That's true.
You know,
it was dark orange
hue of
and
that.
pink.
And night, it's
Marcus
no
said
color.
he lied.
It's black.
Yep.
But yeah, during the day when it's sunny, it is bluish purple. I wonder what that says about people. I wonder what the psychological or psychiatrist way of unpacking that. If you say it's blue or bluish purple,
The sun is up. The sky
does that mean you're like
blue.
happy,
It's
go
beautiful.
lucky, positive?
Yeah, you always look at the sunny side of life. If you think it's bluish, purple, or blue.
Prudence.
Actually, I think if you say bluish purple, that says something different than like I just say blue. I don't even bring in the purple.
Yeah, I just say blue, and I think my
Well,
wife.
actually, it's bluish purple.
Well, actually, it's bluish periwinkle.
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 Uh-huh. That's right. Another type of purple.
Is that you?
Splig said, speaking of purple, oldest is going off to her first summer camp, and youth pastor assured us there will be no purpling, strict red and blue, as it should be.
Yeah, you cannot combine the two colors.
No purpling till marriage is a thing. Then purple away.
Now, Mark says the sky technically has no color. Blue is just the lowest pigment our eyes are able to view. Yes, correct.
It's clear.
Shut up, Mark. You don't get to say anything.
Well, actually. Yeah, the sky is black right now. I'm with Ryan.
Mhm.
All right. Lukewarm Riffle had this to say. Hey guys, hope everything is doing good. Or
Going.
going good.
You read that completely correctly.
I read that. Yeah, I did. Thank you.
It's doing
I
good
see no
over here,
mistake.
guys.
It's doing good. Yep, it is. We're glad to hear that, Luke. I'm glad you hope that things are going good. I've been playing Zelda Batawa.
Bawa.
He's been playing that on lunch break and on weekend mornings.
Okay.
I don't understand how you make any progress by only playing during lunch breaks and weekend mornings. Like, I feel like that game
Ship
you
it
have to have
away.
at least 2 hours. I just walked 10 steps with Link and picked up 20 swords, 15 shields.
They all broke.
Yeah, they all broke every other step. Yeah. But good on you, man. You just keep chipping away, buddy. Also, he said, my wife bought me God of War Ragnarok, or Gao Ragnarok.
Gears of
for the
War
PS4.
Ragnarok. That's
Oh,
new.
man.
Gears of War Ragnarok.
Gears
Yep.
of War Ragnarok. That's a
Yeah,
game right
Kratos has got a chainsaw gun. Just run around.
there. That'd be dope.
killing Nordic gods with it.
Razor Rail.
For him for his birthday. Was
What?
today.
I don't know.
Someone had a birthday
you
today.
broke up a little bit for me. I didn't hear
Whose
a
birthday?
single thing.
Is Luke's birthday today?
It sure
right?
is. Oh, we
It sure is. So happy
Is
birthday,
it Luke's
buddy.
birthday today? All right, hold on.
Yes, sir.
You're about to see me do this.
All right, do it. Oh, you're gonna type it in right now? Oh yeah, happy birthday. Oh, it's also Kevin's birthday.
No, oh no, it's Kevin's birthday. That's
Yeah.
right, not Luke's.
When was Luke's
It
birthday?
could be.
I mean, his was within a week, so just write happy belated birthday. Yeah, there you go. He hasn't. He started. There you go.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Belated? Question mark. Hi, I'm Ron Burgundy.
There we go. All right. Keep going.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Also, I started watching Squid Game season 3, and it's so
That show's
brutal
still going on.
and so good. I guess so. The wife and I finally finished the backyard enough to set up our pool for the kids. So this weekend when it's hot, we will be back there a lot relaxing and using the blow up pool in the front yard for the 4th. So other kids can come over. There you go.
My parents actually just did the exact same thing this past weekend with them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, with them helping. When I went over and helped Jordan one day, I can't remember what day that was. We finished doing his floor, and my dad stayed here, but he helped get my backyard all cleaned up and everything. So, and we also have a pool that I need to start filling at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. He also said the firefighters who got Idaho was too close to home as it happened 20 minutes away from the house. I see firefighters and fire inspectors all the time with my line of work, and I've gotten to know some of them pretty good over the years. Breaks my heart to see this happen, especially when they have young kids. Yeah, that's tough. Our hearts go out to all those impacted by that. Today, my coworker and I, who's an ex-cop, went to the overpass close by to show support for the procession. Being there next to the fire engines and firefighters standing atop felt very solemn. Rough day for this area and their families. Please keep them in your prayers. There's also one more gentleman in the hospital who is recovering from his gunshot wound, so please pray for him and his family as well. Thank you, guys, and love you. We love you too,
man.
Lots of love. And then there's pictures of the pool and
He's got the nice pool.
The fire.
His has a frame.
Fireman procession there.
Mine does not have a
good.
frame. Mine's just a blow up thing. Yeah, there's the fire procession. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Marcus returns. He said, "Here's my real update." Earl, he said, we had our worship night with a couple other churches in our town this past Saturday night, which was quite busy to plan and organize, but amazing. Met some fellow brothers and sisters in Christ/ministry, and it was a beautiful time of worship. It was basically a small tidbit of a glimpse of what the throne room of heaven looks like, albeit a lot less hot, to the point where my guitar pick would keep slipping out of my hand. Yeah, that's tough when it's hot and sweaty like that. However, once the event was over, we had to make a mad dash to pack up all the sound equipment because a rather large thunderstorm came in. Thankfully, the event space had a canopy, weren't immediately drenched. Now we're on to getting ready for the 4th of July celebration parade here in town.
Did y'all churches do anything on 4th of July?
Patrick?
No. We just like a few weeks ago, we had our vacation Bible school, so I don't think they have the power to do another big thing.
No volunteers. There's going to be
we everyone's
shut down. We don't do services on like this weekend. We don't have service. Yeah, they want us to go out and be the church. So like they want us to go fellowship with other church members, invite your neighborhood over, have a cookout, like, just be the church outside the church.
There you go.
Which I always enjoy doing. So we're going over to my worship pastor's house, Mr. Sam Canoli. We're going over to his house and hang out.
There you go.
And fellowship.
Very cool. Yeah, we were actually just talking about what to do for July 4th. Just to be clear, Brazil, they just treat July 4th like any other day because it's just a day of the week for Brazil. But but we're trying to figure out if we want to do anything, grill out, or go find some illegal fireworks and fire them off in our neighborhood. We'll see what we decide to do. Alrighty then. Mark also had this to say: IFL in the IFL department playing more Fortnite with their new Blitz Royale mode. Everything's turned up to 11 and much faster to where games last about 5 minutes, and I'm enjoying it. Haven't gotten back to, the game, Pepperoni and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
Yeah, Geppetto and the Yo-Yo of Death.
Old Geppetto. And then Eagle, he said TTW FTW. So threw the word for the win.
Yep. I will also say,
say it.
I know that we don't prefer Mr. Peyton Jones reading from his script. However, his voice isn't annoying me as much as it used to.
Yeah, he's not annoying me as much either.
Bernice is like, she's like, y'all guys are weird. He doesn't bother me at all.
Well, I mean, when you have the other guys that are on there,
I know
they're just so good
and natural sounding.
Yeah. Like today, I read what was that?
I don't know. Peyton sounds very prepared.
Peyton does sound
too prepared.
Yeah. Peyton was in he's in I'm in Deuteronomy now. I did Deuteronomy 2 today.
Dang. I am way behind that.
I've been keeping up with one a day. Like I've been reading one a day.
I think Matthew 20. I think I am.
that's
So
Yeah.
you're still in the
Matthew
good.
22.
You're still in the thick of it.
I finished Matthew 19 today.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all
like
right.
I mean, honestly, I laughed at some of Peyton's jokes today. I was like, "Oh no, Lucas would
no.
smack me if he knew this."
What is wrong with you laughing at his jokes?
I had a
all
moment of
good.
weakness.
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
It does.
Yeah.
Do we have a
I sang
voicemail or
something
anything?
today in the message I left. One of the messages.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, Mark says they all read from a script. So yes, Mark,
It
we
doesn't
know.
sound like it
but-
though.
Peyton blatantly sounds like he's reading from a script.
Yeah, he's not good at hiding it.
It sounds
He's
like
like-
Peyton's reading from a script that he forgot he wrote. And this could just go back and read.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's what it sounds like.
Now, if I met him in real life and he still talked like that, I'd be like, you know what? It's just the way you talk,
Yep.
man.
All right,
It's fine.
You
I
win,
mean,
sir.
like
Yeah,
even
I'll
when
just
they
be
had the
more
round
understanding.
table discussions, like he still sounded like he was reading.
Yes, it really did sound like he was reading. Like you could tell a distinct difference with Chris, with others. They're like, hey, they're talking naturally, and
Mark said
he still sounded like it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right.
I can listen to Tadis talk all day though. Yeah.
Who?
Tadis. I can listen to him talk.
Yeah. All right. Well, you fine joiners, if you'd rather connect visually or spectatorally, there is YouTube and Twitch where we have a plethora of other joiners who may or may not stream. So please come to Discord, find their links, and check them out. And then on Patreon on our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click that one link to rule them all, either in our bio or the show notes, or you can type it out real quick, linktree.com/thegmgpod. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or a coin to your podcasters, but are still the giving type, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and Spotify. It helps us reach new joiners through stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback. So let your voice be heard, literally, if you prefer, at 929-GMG guys, and leave a voicemail. All righty then, Patrick, Ryan, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.